Hey, welcome back to my channel, everybody. So today we're chatting, doing a little group chat, if you will. I'm talking about aluminum-free deodorants. So all about them, the differences, the ones I use, why I stopped using aluminum-based deodorants. So yes, let's hop right into it. All right, so first things first, I have notes. So that's why you're gonna see me looking down, because I didn't want to forget anything. So I just wrote some things down to remember. And I have, of course, props to refer to when I'm talking about deodorants. All right, so let's hop right into it. All right, first, difference between antiperspirants and deodorants. Like, a lot of people think those two words are interchangeable, but they're actually not. So antiperspirants, which is, here's an example, your everyday in the store Dove Advanced Care deodorant, and if you look really close at the bottom, it'll always say antiperspirant, and it says aluminum, zirconium, all of them. It tells you that there's aluminum in it on the front. You don't even have to read the little back. All right, so antiperspirants, they contain aluminum, and what the aluminum does is it blocks your sweat glands to keep anything from coming out. So it keeps odor, sweat, all of that from coming out by blocking your sweat glands. It's kind of like how you wrap up your food with aluminum foil. It's wrapping the sweat up so it doesn't come out of your body. And a little analogy to help you see things clearly. All right, and this video is not to try to convince anybody that you should switch your deodorants or anything like that. This is just me talking about me personally, why I switched and what I use. It's just an educational video and a little chit chat. You can do with the information what you will. Make your own choices, people. So yes, this is just educational. It's not to try to convince anybody of anything. This video is also not sponsored. All right, so that's antiperspirants. What are deodorants then? Natural deodorants do not contain any aluminum, and what they do is simply neutralize the bacteria in your sweat, which is what causes your sweat to smell bad. So this neutralizes it, so your sweat will still come out, but it will not smell. So that is deodorants, the definition. This is just from a quick Google search. I'm not Oxford, so I'm not going to give you textbook definitions. This is just the quick everyday man definition. All right, so that's definitions. Reasons I switched from antiperspirants to deodorants. So I switched because antiperspirants contains chemicals. If you watched a significant, you don't even have to watch a lot of my videos. I feel like I say this at least one time in every video I come across. I try to use natural ingredients as often as I can, because nowadays everything you find out is either linked to cancer, Alzheimer's, or something. So there's always chemicals in so many things, and I try to reduce that as much as possible. We already have to question the food we eat. So when it comes to taking care of my body and what I'm putting in it and on it, I try to be well informed. Whether scientists agree or not, I just try to use natural ingredients. So that is why. Like, if I tell you some ingredients in antiperspirants, first of all, they contain like parabens, which can be linked to cancer. What else? There's a bunch of ingredients on here that I don't know how to pronounce, but I'm pretty sure if I look into them, they won't be that great. But yeah, honestly, I just switched because I want to use natural products, and I'm gonna go full natural, meaning if I'm gonna go full natural, my deodorant counts as well. I'm putting it on my body. So yeah, I don't want any of that. And I've actually seen so many good benefits from when I stopped using antiperspirants. So yeah, I don't see myself going back. The second reason I switched, second, third, I lost count. But the second reason I switched was, do you know those little yellow stains you get on your clothes from, like, it's like it, you think it's from your deodorant, you don't know where it really comes from, but like on a white clothes, let me get closer. On like white clothes, you normally see it right here. Yeah, I haven't had any of those since I've been using natural deodorants, and I've started using natural deodorants like February of this year. So yeah, the white stains, it gives me peace of mind that I'm just using natural ingredients. I don't really have to worry like, oh, what will this cause? None of that. And I still smell good, so yeah. All right, so now let's get into the juicy stuff that everybody wants to know. The natural deodorants that I have been using. So I have two store-bought examples here. This one I talked about in my last video, my black owned products video. This one is sold in Target, so I'm gonna get into them. But first, there is two other products I had to use that as natural deodorants when I first started, because when I first started even using them, it was an accident. So I waxed my armpits, right? So when you wax it, you can't use deodorant for, I think, don't quote me on this, but I want to say 24 hours after the wax. So I waxed it, came home, and I'm about to take a shower. So I was just like, oh, what do I want to use? Because it's kind of hot, you know, summertime. I want to still smell good. So I used coconut oil. That was the very, very, very first natural deodorant I used. And most people wouldn't think that. So yeah, I used just literally coconut oil, rub it under my armpits, went to sleep the night, woke up, and I still smelled fine. Like, I didn't smell green, didn't smell like sweat, none of that. There was no smell. And that's from coconut oil alone. The second one I used was shea butter. Yeah, so the African shea butter, I love shea butter. Like, I like to just rub. Like, sometimes in the summer, I literally just use shea butter as a moisturizer for my face, and that's it. So I always have shea butter on hand in my house. So yeah, I use just pure shea butter, rubbed it underneath there, and I was like, huh, I don't smell bad now either. I think I'm onto something. Maybe I should start using natural deodorants. And I've been looking for a way to find a cleaner deodorant, which is how I end up using Dove, because you see like Secret Degree, all of those, and Dove, I'll give it to them, they have less bad ingredients than like the other ones. So yeah, so this is how I ended up on Dove. So now I used the shea butter, that worked as well. So coconut oil and shea butter, if you don't want to buy, or you can't afford to buy the store-bought ones as yet, start small, shea butter or coconut oil. I'm pretty sure there's other just everything you have around your house you can use as natural deodorants, but I haven't personally used them, so I don't want to say that you should use them. But you can do your own research and let me know down in the comments if you've tried anything else, because I would be interested to try. So now this brand, Type A, is the first store-bought one I bought. I've bought this from Target. This is the second one I've had. This is a different scent. This is the Innovator. This one, I absolutely loved it. I don't really sweat that much normally, so I can't really say, oh, it makes me sweat less. Only thing I've noticed is I sweat quicker than I normally would with antiperspirants, but that makes sense because natural deodorant's not blocking anything. So yeah, it works pretty well. I would recommend you guys try. There's so many different brands of that make aluminum free deodorants nowadays, so that they're everywhere. Arm & Hammer even makes them. So yeah, this one, and then the second one is from Play Pits, and yeah, I talked about this one before. This one smells really, really good, and the scent lasts all day. This one don't really have a smell, but it does the job, so I am fine with this. And you apply them different ways. This one has like a little tube. You squeeze it up. I don't want to waste the product, but you squeeze it up, and then it'll come up, and you just wipe it under there. This one is different in the sense of you wipe it, right? I only want to put a little because I don't want to waste stuff. and then you have to rub it in until it disappears, and you are good to go literally for the rest of the day, because this thing, the scent lasts all day and you will not smell yourself at all. So yeah, that is those two. Then so I did forget to mention that there is a detox period when you're switching from an antiperspirant to a natural deodorant, where you will experience more sweating and you might need to walk around with the actual deodorants when you're going somewhere because it might smell. But after that 2 week period, you'll be good to go. But I would recommend you do your own research if you're thinking of trying other natural deodorants. I know Native makes them, Tom's, so many other different companies. If you guys have any suggestions as ones I should try, I'm not really looking for any right now because I have quite a good amount, but I'll add that to a list. You could leave comments down below, questions, comments, concerns. Yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was informative, gave you some clarity about natural deodorants and antiperspirants, so that you can make your own informed decision. So yeah, thank you once again for coming to my channel and listen to me go on and on about natural products. So yeah, you guys have a great day. Thank you.